welcome back to my channel. So I have my Christmas jumper on today because I thought that I would share with you 5 books that I'm excited to read leading up to the Christmas period. I'm so excited. I love to try and have at least like 1 or 2 festive or like seasonal books. So I like to make sure that in the summer I've got a few like summer romances, and then obviously during the months of October more so like the Halloween vibe ones, and then going into November more like, I mean, I just call it like the Gilmore Girls vibe, you know, like loads of small town, just those kind of vibes. But now we have to start planning ahead for the Christmas vibes, which is my favourite of all of them, I think. Even though when I'm in Halloween, I do love Halloween, but then as soon as I get to Christmas, I'm just so ready for it. So I have 5 books. I have them in my trusty Harry Styles notebook. I have to write things down because as excited as I am about things, my memory is awful, truly awful. As the more I upload on here, the more you will realise when it comes to wrap-ups that I genuinely, like, I can't remember anything. Should I be worried? Probably, but we move. Okay, so the first Christmassy vibe book that I have on my list that I would like to read this period is Cruel Winter by Ali Hazelwood. So this is a small, like, wintry novella, which is a part of the Under the Mistletoe series, which is something, it's something I think that Amazon do. They do like a novella collection, so they reach out to different like romance authors, and then they all write a novella, and then they all get released under like one name. So this is part of the Under the Mistletoe series, I think we'll call it. They're all standalones. You can either read all of them in one sitting, or you can just like pick and choose which ones you want. Ali Hazelwood is one of my favourite authors, so I just picked that one. But I think like Tessa Bailey has one. Who else has one? Okay, so Ali Hazelwood has one, Tessa Bailey has one, Olivia Dade has one, Alexandria Bellefleur has one, and Alexis Daria has one. So they're all like Christmas novellas, which I've said like twice now already. They're obviously all on Kindle Unlimited, and I'm gonna read the synopsis of this book for you. I probably will be looking down at the piece of paper. My brain doesn't retain a lot of information. So it says, all newly minted paediatrician Jamie Malix wants is to borrow a roasting pan for Christmas dinner. Unfortunately, that requires her to interact with Mark, her best friend's brother. He's the one that got away. She's the one who broke his heart. Suddenly, being snowbound with the man she never expected to see again might not be such a bad way to spend a winter's night. So this is a snowed-in second chance, friends to lovers. This jumped out at me immediately because I really love like I find like a comfort in Ali Hazelwood's writing. Like I know that I'm gonna like it. I know that it's gonna be fun, it's gonna be cute. I always like the banter that she writes between the characters. I feel like that's definitely one of her strong suits, is like the witty banter between your characters. And I feel like novellas are perfect for Christmas stories because sometimes they're just too long-winded, and how much Christmas can you actually put in one book? So I feel like a novella is a good way around that, so I'm excited to read that one. I'm not too sure yet if I will read any of the others. Maybe if I really enjoy that one and I'm thinking, oh, I could go for like another Christmassy, I might have a look. One of the other novellas that I was looking at was Merriment and Mayhem by Alexandria Bellefleur. And it says in the description, this Christmas a hot fireman makes a holiday rescue and sparks fly in this funny, sexy holiday short story. When Emily Dangerfield's bacon disaster necessitates a call to 911, firefighter Griffin Brantley douses the flames in the kitchen, but the ones he stokes in Emily are an entirely different story. Unfortunately, Emily's only visiting and doesn't do casual hookups, no matter how smouldering the temptation. but Emily's holiday mishaps have just begun, and Griffin is seemingly always on call. So that could be another one that I enjoy over Christmas. The second one on my list is How My Neighbour Stole Christmas by Megan Quinn. Now, I haven't read anything by Megan Quinn yet, but I'm sure Tia read... Is there like a series where it's like 3 standalones? Like Not So Meet Cute, maybe? And the stuff that I have heard is that basically Megan Quinn is the queen of rom-coms. And at Christmas, I love like a good Hallmark rom-com. I feel like Christmas is the one time where I don't mind as well, like if the story and the characters come across as like a bit cheesy, like I like it. So I really am on like a mission for like a Hallmark movie in a book but elevated. So I feel like this could be a good time to try out Megan Quinn. So How My Neighbour Stole Christmas is a small town fake dating forced proximity. So what I can remember from reading, I'm going to try and train my brain now to cast back to 5 minutes ago. So, How My Neighbour Stole Christmas, we have our female main character who loves Christmas, and then we have our main male character who hates Christmas, and then she ends up moving in next door to him to take care of her aunt. And it's like a small town where they love Christmas, and they have like all of like these different like Christmassy things going on, and one of them, from what I gathered, is like a decorating competition that you can enter, and you like decorate the outside of your house. And then I think he decides to try and steal her thunder by also entering in the competition, even though he hates Christmas. There is something I love about fake dating in a small town setting. Like, I love how nosy everyone is in a small town. And then I love how that works so well, that when you've got the fake dating. I'm hoping that this will make me laugh. I feel like there's a good opportunity for banter here. Like, he hates Christmas and he's entering in a Christmas competition. Like, I can see that already. I'm going to get a comment on this that I've completely read the synopsis wrong, but that's what I gathered from it, so we'll see when I actually get round to reading it. But I am excited to give Megan Quinn a go, and who knows, this could then motivate me to read more. We also have One Day in December by Josie Silver. So this one I saw in a video by Lily Grace. I think she did something similar of like some Christmassy recommendations. And this one is about our female main character who doesn't believe in love at first sight. She just thinks that that's something that happens in the movies and it's never going to happen in real life. Until one day she's out and she sees a guy sitting on the bus. That's not very Christmassy, is it? Until one day, through a misty window, she sees this guy sitting on a bus, and for her it is love at first sight. She has decided then and there that that man is her soulmate. The only problem is how is she ever going to find him again? So from what I gathered from Lily's video, and then going on, because I immediately added the book to my TBR, was that she sort of like goes back to that same sort of area and walks like every so often to just see if by chance they can bump into each other again. As time goes on, she realises that the chances of her finding him again are like next to nothing, until a whole year later her friend turns up to a party they've both been invited to and introduces her mystery man as her new boyfriend. That to me just screams Christmas movie, and the cover is so cute. I should have the cover here. So I am very excited to read that one, so thank you Lily for that recommendation. Then next we have You Better Watch Out by James Murray and Darren Wearmouth. And James Murray is in Mur from Impractical Jokers, which surprised me when I found out. So this one is a thriller, and basically 48 hours before Christmas, Jessica wakes up in pain, blurry vision, head hurt, she's got a gash on her head, and the last thing she remembers is going for a run and then getting hit over the head by something or someone, and she wakes up in an abandoned, deserted small town with 5 other strangers, and obviously immediately realises that she needs to find a way out, find a way to escape. But whoever it is that has hit her over the head and taken her is meticulously murdering them all one by one, so she doesn't know how much time she has left. I feel like that's quite an interesting premise, especially with the Christmas theme, because I think this one will be quite interesting and quite a nice break from like the fluffy, lovey-dovey, very typical Christmas books that you read. So I found this one just in case I wanted to like mix things up a little bit. And I'm interested to see if it actually has got anything to do with Christmas other than it being called You Better Watch Out and it being set 48 hours before Christmas. Because I feel like that would be quite a hard thing to balance, I don't know, like murder and Christmas. So we shall see, and I will get back to you on that one. This last one I am very excited for, and that is Naughty or Nice by Sophie Snow. And this is a spicy age gap Christmas novella. It is niece's best friend, and essentially our female main character, Rora, hates Christmas, which, number one, I love, because I feel like it's always the male main characters that are the grumpy ones that hate Christmas, so it'd be quite interesting to read a story where she hates Christmas and she's the grumpy ones, but finds herself returning to her Christmas-loving hometown with her best friend. Then on the other hand, we have our main male character, Henry, who loves Christmas, obsessed with Christmas. He is at like a crossroads career-wise, so he decides why not sort of take some time, and for the Christmas period he gets work as working as a Santa. The tagline for this story is Santa Claus is coming and so is his niece's best friend. So I feel like that says a lot. And something else it said when I was reading about it was Rora never expected to be turned on seeing her best friend's uncle in a Santa suit. So that is a bit of me for Christmas. So they are all of my Christmassy recs, but also like my Christmassy TBR, because obviously I haven't read any of them yet, so fingers crossed we have some good ones in there. Let me know if you've read any of them. Let me know what you're planning to read for Christmas. The more the merrier for Christmas recs, and I will hopefully see you in my next video. Bye!